You ready?
Yeah.
Here's the tote board.
Okay.
Angry drivers tonight.
Oh, angry drivers.
And are characterizing them as angry by they've been involved in something to tick them off.
In a crash.
Check it out. There are a total of...
There's 11. Oh, man, there's a big group of them.
How about 21? Man.
So we have surpassed the Bristol list.
Now, we saw Elliott Sadler getting out of it, throwing his steering wheel around and marching to the ambulance. I know he's angry, isn't he, Dave?
Well, he may have cooled off a little bit, BP. Elliott, what happened?
Something let go in the rear end, or either we had a flat tire. It kind of spun out on the straightaway. Batted to a softball. I want to come in Richmond on these softballs, and as I was spinning out, I didn't want to hit driver's side, so I actually let off the brakes. So it going there rear first, but great job on the softball. Just a long night. We got wrecked by the same car 2 out of the last 3 races, but I want to apologize to everybody, M&M's and Ray Besses and everybody. Try to get them next week in New Hampshire.
All right, thanks, Elliott. Alan?
We start with 107 laps to go. Ryan Newman the leader, Bobby Labonte second, but getting a lot of heat from Dale Jr. for that spot.
Here comes Mongo.
Spencer fourth, Matt Kenseth fifth. Guys that pitted. Kevin Harvick was third. He restarted 11th. Jeff Gordon was 9th. He restarted 13th. Terry Labonte was 12th. He restarted 14th. So that's where the guys with the tires are in the restart order. Those who pitted under the caution: Kevin Harvick, Jeff Gordon, Terry Labonte, Johnny Benson, John Andretti, Mark Martin, Robbie Gordon, Mike Skinner, Kenny Wallace, Ricky Rudd, Dale Jarrett, and Mike Wallace. All lead lap cars.
I think those guys made good moves.
I think they did, too, because I think they can make it the rest of the way. Weber, why did the 8 car not pit? Do you have any idea?
Because they can make it. They can make it because Jeff Clark, their gas man, told me he made sure he packed that fuel cell. But their pit stop last time a little over 16 seconds because they had a lug nut hang on the right front. That's what cost them track position. Remember, they came in the leader but didn't go out that way.
Yeah, they went out fourth there.
Well, I assumed that they couldn't make it. That's why they did not pit. So that means that Bobby Labonte and I think the 12 car has to be thinking about going the rest of the way without stopping.
Bobby Labonte cannot make it. Cannot.
Wonder why in the world he didn't pit.
Unless...
Because they want that track position. You never know. If they end up running 25 laps of caution here, then they could make it. But right now, they cannot if it goes green.
There's the point I was thinking of making. They get a lot of laps of caution, they're still up front. If they can stretch it to where they can make it to the finish. And if they run enough laps of green and get another caution, then maybe everybody's going to want some tires.
Could be. We'll see how it plays out.
That's why I'm glad I'm not a crew chief. I don't have to make those decisions.
And now those are some really tough decisions those guys have to make, and they have to make them in the spur of the moment.
And Wally's glad I'm not a crew chief because there's no chance I could be working on his car.
No chance.
How about Ryan Newman, Matty?
Before that caution, they told Ryan Newman there was no way they could make it. Now with the caution flag laps, it's even going to be close. Matt Borland and the guy is crunching the numbers right now, though he says it's too close. Meanwhile, Tommy Baldwin said the 7th car, Spencer, 3 laps shy if they pitted that last time. So Wally, they're just going to roll for it and see what happens. Maybe they'll get some more caution flag laps.
Well, that's a good gamble because there's a good chance we'll see some more.
100 laps to go. We're at the 3/4 mark of the Chevy Rock and Roll 400. Our Napa Field summary tonight: 12 leaders, 20 lead changes. Jeff Gordon has led the most laps, 126. Earnhardt Jr. led the second most, 76. Ryan Newman next at 26. A lot of cautions tonight. A lot of beat-up race cars, but only 3 cars retired from the race. Elliott and Hermie Sadler and Christian Fittipaldi out. Everybody else back on the racetrack, even though they might have spent as much as 155 laps in the garage getting repairs made. Lead lap 22 of the 43 starters. Jimmy Johnson is the 48 car racing for 9th position now. He just got passed for 8th spot by the 19 car of Jeremy Mayfield.
To the 97 car, Kurt Busch, he's a couple of laps down.
28th place for him.
Johnson goes by.
Johnson slipping back, and Jeremy Mayfield moving up. You know who we haven't talked about really at all tonight? Mr. Richmond, Rusty Wallace. Most wins, most top 5s, most top 10s, most races led, most laps led on this 3/4 mile track. Rusty is not led tonight. He started in 17th, and Bill, he's running 11th.
Yeah, it was in the top 10 a second ago. This car is new, and they just cannot get it figured out. It's loose, it's tight, it's loose, it's tight. They believe they can make it to the end on fuel. The question is, will the handle come to Rusty? So far, it hasn't, but they keep hoping.
Well, it's been better than the last few weeks have been for him.
Oh, yes.
I can tell you that I was walking through their pit, and they said, are you surprised to see us here this late in the race?
Yeah. Not on their way to the airport, having loaded their car up already after it was wrecked, like we did at Bristol and Darlington. Championship leader Matt Kenseth, talked about it earlier tonight, was involved in an accident back at lap 83, making decent nights out of their worst nights. They were involved in a wreck, could have been a problem. Here he is running 5th.
And Jimmy Spencer right now is losing contact with the top 3 cars. He is 2.5 seconds behind the leader, Ryan Newman. Marty, how about the 17 car? What are they saying?
It's pretty good, BP, and while we're on the subject of fuel mileage, this 17 bunch can make it all the way, even if we go green for the rest of the race.
So Matt Kenseth, your championship leader, looking like he's going to have another good night. He's in 5th place right now. And he is 2.8 seconds behind the driver of that car, Ryan Newman. 92 laps to go here at Richmond.